this is my completed 1940s, 50s pinup-esque look. And this is generally my go-to look for whenever I go out with my fiance. Alright guys, so here's the deal. I went ahead and I primed my face, and I also put my foundation on, and I set my foundation. So now I'm going to go ahead in with my bronzer. And normally I don't contour, but I am going to slightly contour for this particular look because I want my cheekbones to be on point. With my Luxe Large Angled brush, it's 504 brush. I'm going to be using my Bahama Mama bronzer powder by The Balm Cosmetics. So I'm just going to go ahead and contour my cheekbones. And then just a little bit on my jaw, because I have this sexy double chin. And I'm just going to blend this out a little bit with just this big old contour, with just this big old powder brush. And I'm blending upwards in circular motions because I don't want to have a beard. Okay, so now that I did my contour, I'm going to go in with my blush. And for this particular look, where you put the blush is really important, because I don't know if you noticed, but as the years go by, the location of blush has changed a great deal. Like, of where people put it. Like, some people put it way up here, which I honestly do more often than not. But we're actually just going to put it right here in the apples of our cheeks, and then blend it outward a little bit. And we're not going to be using a lot of blush. Well, a lot of blush. So we're going to go ahead and put that on our cheeks. Do you see these cute little circles we have going on here? We want that for now, but we're going to blend that out. And I'm just going to blend that out using my regular powder brush. Hi, Parker. My cat's so weird. And I'm actually going to go in with a second blush. And I'm going to be using my, again, Bare Minerals blush. And before I said it was vintage pink, but it's actually vintage peach. And I'm putting this on top of that just a little bit, only because it has shimmer in it, and I just want my cheeks to have a little bit of shimmer. You don't need that. I just a little bit of shimmer in that, and I'm going to blend that out again. Okay. And now our face makeup is done, so I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. So this is the absolute worst brow job I've ever done in the history of ever. So now I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow. I want to stick with more natural, neutral tones for my eyeshadow because I'm going to go in with a heavy cat eye. So I'm going to get my Fash Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to be using the neutral shades. I'm going to go in with this nude colored base here. And since that was such a light shade, I'm going to go in with the same brush. And I'm going to take this shade here, if you can see that. It's just a darker brown shade, that's all. It actually looks a lot darker in person than it does on camera. And I just went through my crease and on the bottom lid, or on the bottom corner of the lid. So now I'm going to go in with a crease blending brush. Or with an angled blending brush, but crease and blending brush, whatever. I'm actually going to use this super duper dark brown here. And I just just dab that into the crease. And now I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my Crown Brush Shadow Crease Duet. And that's an AC 012 brush. I'm just going to use this big fluffy at the end here in circular sweeping windshield wiper motions. So now that that's all blended, which I'm sure I can blend more here. There's no such thing as too much blending, just so we're all on the same page. And now I'm actually going to go in on top of that, like right on the lower lid, Pixie by Petra Mineral Duo in Apricot Glow, and I'm just going to use the light shade in there, which is this shade here. It's really pretty and shimmery, and it goes on really nicely. Get some of that on my brush. And I'm using a new shadow brush. I'm just going to dab that on my lid, like all the way to the inner corner. No, not quite to the outer corner, but close. Now we're going to go in with our eyeliner, and I'm using a liquid liner. It's a felt tip liner. It's the Maybelline Master Precise by Eye Studio in the shade Black. Duh. Now I'm going to go ahead and just line the lid. Duh, the lash line. My contacts hate me right now. And you're going to want to do a cat eye like this. You can do it as bold or as subdued as you'd like to. But because of this look, you want it to be absolutely pristine. And if you can't get it pristine the first time, take it off and redo it, because you can always put your eyeshadow back on. Now I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I don't use false eyelashes just because I have no idea how to put them on. Every time I put them on, I just look like a mess. So I would just rather not. And in all honesty, back whenever they did this look, like your average person didn't wear false eyelashes. At least my Nana didn't. I'm actually going to be wearing two mascaras. And the first one I put on is my Maybelline Colossal Volume Express in Cat Eye. And this is just black. It's just black. I don't know. So now I'm going to let that dry for just a second. And now I'm going to use my Lash Domination by Bare Minerals. It's a volumizing mascara. Now, I'm not going to go all the way across the lash line on the top. I'm just going to do like the outside half, or the outer half, the outside half, whatever that means. Okay, so now for the last and final step, we're going to get into lips. This lipstick right here, this is a Besame Cosmetics lipstick, and I'm in love with it. If I wasn't already getting married, I would marry this lipstick. I'm not kidding you. It's just so creamy and fantastic. But sorry about that. That was my fiance. Our car was stolen a couple of months ago, and it was found like on the other side of the country. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, while I was on the phone with him, I went ahead and I put another coat of this Besame lipstick on with the brush. And then after I let that dry for a second, I went on and I put it on just with the straight tube. And do you see how rich of a color that is? And the lines are just super clean and awesome. And I gotta tell you what, this lipstick is so creamy and hydrating, I can't even accurately express to you how freaking fantastic it is. Like, this lipstick is my spirit animal. Totally, 100%. Alright guys, this is my completed 1930s, 40s, 50s, pin-up-y-esque kind of a look. This is my go-to look whenever my fiance and I go out swing dancing, or whenever we go out to a nice dinner. So if you like this look, or if you want more tutorials like this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Again, my name is Lindsay Lou, and I hope you guys have a freaking awesome day. Mwah!